Ni hao, and welcome back to the Chinese campaign. Still a little bit sick, but that doesn't mean you're not gonna get a Saturday episode. Actually, let's detach the battlecruiser Yangzhou up here to deal with these Spanish ships. Yes. I could probably detach some ships from here too, because we are way over the requirement to take, what is that, Malaya. And ships are also coming in here to fill in this invasion, again, hopefully before the enemy armies actually take us. I don't know how they've advanced that far. Well, we're actually not outnumbered, but they do have the army logistics advantage. Anyway, what are we gonna do? I think we will be, first of all, expanding this. Add another, how many tons are we building? Yeah, that's like 32,000 tons. So that's a fair little bit. But I want to design a new ship, because all these random enemy cruiser formations harassing me all over, it's kind of made me realize that I do need some more battlecruisers. Now, fast battleship, that is an option. 92 resistance. It's actually better than, oh yeah. It's kind of weird. This is classed as a battlecruiser, but you cannot make it as fast as, for example, these ships, which have better hull forms. It says the max optimal speed is a little bit higher, but the hull form really decides how much your engine is going to weigh at the end of it. Even the super battleship is probably capable of being faster than this one, but it has pretty good resistance, so we can build an actual full-on battleship based on this. It will be classed as a battlecruiser, but in my mind it will be a battleship, but that's not really what I want to do first. We can do this. That is the hull we have the Beijing class based on. It's kind of decent. Well, it's not really that good, but actually hull form is pretty good. I want to see what I can do with this. It's kind of ugly, which is why I haven't built anything on it before. Let's start out with 30 knots of top speed. We're gonna make it kind of affordable. That tower or this tower? What kind of guns can we use? All the way up to 18 inch. It's a kind of small hull though, only 35,000 tons. So I think, oh, 14 inch don't even fit on the built-in barbette here. What about if I use the biggest rear tower? Do they fit then? No? How about 13s? 13s do fit, but they do look kind of ugly. I want to go with 14s. I just need to find a way to make them fit. I think that built-in barbette can be used for Some kind of secondary armament. Maybe. If there is room. Oh, that's gonna be one very long main belt on this ship. So we're moving back down to this. Save a little bit of space. I think I want to do these funnels. Yeah, they're more than big enough. That works. Because this one was kind of heavy. And I still want to have two funnels on this ship. If I use this, can I just fit two of them there? Yes, I can. That opens up some options here. So I can then go with a smaller rear tower. Like this, yes. That is what we're gonna do. Excellent. It all worked out in the end. That looks a little bit better. Okay. Secondaries. That will not fit there. How about 5-inch? You will fit there, you will fit there, you will fit there even. Yes, I know I've been going with 6 and even 7-inch secondaries on a lot of my other ships. But here, I think 5-inch will be enough. 4-weight offset still. That can be adjusted. Let's just get all the components added first. Okay, still not overweight, but we probably need to add armor as well. Let's go double cap ballistic. Heavy shells, of course, increased ammunition. Do I want triple base on this? What is my flash fire chance then? 6.5%. I can live with that. Coincidence. Still not overweight. And the starting armor is not too bad. Let's see, these are 51s. No, 55s. Very decent range. That is useful. Okay. And I even still have a little bit of weight to play with. We need some armor on the main belt. There we go. Overweight. On the fore and aft belts too, so I don't take too much like flooding damage. Main deck doesn't need to be too thick. We can go with 15 for the main gun turrets. Eight on the turret tops. Let's see, can I make them 45s? There we go. 44. 45. There. That works. Still a bit of a 4-weight offset. Oh, I guess it doesn't work, but we're gonna adjust things, so Not too much to worry about. Not too much to worry about. Inner decks? I don't think I want to worry about inner decks. I think 12 on the main belt will be enough. Let's see, I want 2 on the third inner belt. There we go. Yes. That is okay. 1.6 billion, that's kind of cheap. Which is good. See if I can move this back a little bit. That still works with the X turret. Let's temporarily remove those turrets just so I can kind of scoot this back here. There we go. Okay, 1 pixel forwards. There we go. .4% four-weight offset. That I can live with. I think. Move these back a little bit, actually, like so. 150 tons overweight. That is not a lot. This is stuff we can fix. It's not the prettiest ship ever, but for the price, it's not bad. It's basically Temu territory in terms of cost effectiveness. Where's Temu? Where is it? There it is. Yeah, 100 million more. That's not that much. It's not quite there with the not quite as cheap as the Beijing, but not that much more expensive either. But it's got better firepower. It should be better suited for dealing with enemy heavy cruisers. And I think it's better protected as well. Let's see, what do I want to reduce to save the last little bit of weight? I can remove those and add in some 3-inch turrets instead. 32 tons. Not too bad. Just because it kind of looks better mounted on that barbette. Oh, that little wing. Like so, and like so. 15 tons. Really just chipping away at just tiny overweight things. But just deciding what I want to reduce to save that last little bit of weight. It's trickier than you would think. I can reduce the fore and aft belts just a little bit. There we go. 5.6 on the fore and aft. That's okay. There we go. A cheap, reasonably priced small battlecruiser. Something I can keep around in different ports, ready to take on like enemy cruiser formations like we saw yesterday. Nice. Now let's take a look at that fast battleship hull. Now I'm pretty sure this is one of those hulls that it's difficult to build anything that looks good on, just because you're kind of limited in what towers you have available. It's pretty good tower spawning on these two though. Let's go with the biggest one. It's a big ship. Secondary tower. I think that one. And let's find some funnels. How about that one? And then we can just pick some that are similar in size. Yeah, that kind of works. Okay, oil 1, and again turbo electric. Oh, engine efficiency is not that good, even with these kind of big funnels with good capacity. But I think we can live with that. Uh, 30 knots, yes. I don't think getting it up to 35 knots is realistically possible. So it's not going to be able to keep up with my faster heavy cruisers anyway. So might as well just keep it at 30. I can put some big guns on this though. How about 18s? I think so. Yes. Alright. That's a lot of firepower for what is on paper a battlecruiser, but really it's just another kind of fast battleship. So let's add the rest of the needed things. Let's see, resistance 155.9. We're gonna go with turtleback on this, bring it up to 182. Now we're talking. Yes, there is definitely talking here. Penetration with the AP is hang on, I haven't even done this yet. Or that. Let's see. Yeah, penetration is very good. Possibly better than it needs to be. Maybe go down to capped 1. Actually. Or maybe just capped. Because with capped, our AP shells do 3.9 thousand damage. Capitalistic 2. Come on, show me. 3.4. Well, 3.5 basically. But with a slightly better range. If I go all the way down to standard, we're looking at 4.6 thousand damage. Less range. A little less pen, but that's still a lot of pen because that's an 18-inch gun firing heavy shells. So I think, yes, I think we're gonna go with standard AP on this. Call me crazy, but I think that'll work. I even think it might actually be a good idea. Okay, we're closing in on the max displacement here. They're 53 caliber, which means getting them up to 55 needs 4% barrel length increase. And there we go, we've gained back some of that range and penetration. 18-inch turrets, I think they need more than 13 inches of armor. And the barbette probably needs some armor too. There we go. A little bit overweight. Okay. Reducing the fore and aft decks. We're not gonna bother with the inner belts and decks on this. We're just gonna use that weight to add to the actual main belts and decks. Okay. A little bit of an aft weight offset still. I think we're going to end up with a fore weight offset here very soon. Like so. Yes, I will add secondaries to this. Don't worry. But first, there is the armor to be added. Main deck needs quite a bit of armor. Okay. Does not leave me with a lot of weight for the secondaries. I can reduce the range. After all, it is in actuality a battleship, not a battlecruiser. Don't let the game tell you otherwise. Seven-inch quad turrets here. Maybe a little bit too much. Let's go with triples instead. Like so. Or is that actually a good idea? Should I instead... I know this is going to also add quite a bit of weight, pushing the citadel out and the main belts. But I would get the same broadside secondary firepower with two turrets super firing the B and X turrets as I would with 4 on the flanks. Although that does mean I need to add these barbettes here, which are also going to add some weight. There we go. They look so tiny compared to the big 18s. You still turn? Yeah, you do. And like so. Okay. Now, we do have some secondary firepower. It's not much, and I do want to add maybe some 6-inch guns here along the flanks. But I also need to find the displacement to do that. Should I reduce turret armor? I can reduce it by a bit. There we go. 7-inch turrets can also be reduced by a bit. They do need to be lengthened though, because they currently do not have the range to hit anything. There we go. 40. That's a little bit better. The 6-inch turrets are maybe 5s, because they can also be added up there. How about singles? Can I fit 2 of them then? Kind of pointless. I think it's better to just add a double then. Yeah, not that much in the way of secondary firepower, really. Oh, I can add these. That's nice. Yes, I am adding even more weight. I am aware. It looks a little, maybe it looks a little goofy. Yeah, we're undoing that. We're undoing it. Doing something else instead. These will just not fit. These will fit. No, it doesn't matter if I turn them. Oh, but these can be mounted here. Okay. Okay. So we're doing that. Then adding the 3-inch guns, super firing. Aftward offset. Okay. A little bit of aft weight offset, but not really that bad. That's a Mega Funnel 7 enhanced. If I replace that with a regular Mega Funnel, like so. Saved a little bit of weight. I can do that with this one too. Like so. We're now only 338 tons overweight. Only. Almost making it sound like that's not much. I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's not really that much. Yeah, the 5-inch 38s really don't have that much range to be useful. What was it, 17 to make them 45s? No, I guess only 11 to make them 45s. Gives them a little bit more range, so they can actually take on and these are just mostly there so the ship doesn't look too empty, which is of course a very important consideration. I want to reduce the shaft. That saved a lot of weight. Auxiliary diesel engine instead of electric batteries. Plus 30 water pumping. Plus 20 water pumping. Yeah, I mean, it is better, but then again, I'm also running a turbo electric drive, so that does add a lot of good stuff just in and of itself. So we can do this. I think that'll work. And suddenly there's some free displacement again. I am tempted to add some of these here now instead of the 5-inch guns. Oh, come on now, don't lag me out. Well, I'm trying to place a turret. Once again, a little bit overweight, but with that angle here, it just kind of looks like it's supposed to fit a larger turret than a simple 5-inch gun. And these can also be moved a little bit further inboards. Like so. I think that looks like it works. Might even add these here, kind of evening out the aft weight offset. Like any good places to mount these 3-inch guns. Well, that's just gonna make us overweight. I think we're done now. I don't know. Well, I don't want to fiddle anymore with the things. Now that I finally got it to be not overweight. If anything, I'm just gonna add a couple of tons of armor to the 7-inch barbettes. There we go. Maxed out. Maybe this will be the thumbnail instead of the smaller one. Yeah, it's a chonker of a ship. How much are we paying for this? Oh, less than 4 billion. That's not too bad. For 8 18-inch guns moving at 30 knots and with very, very high resistance. In fact, if I were to hang on, before I save it, just checking. 185 resistance is the maximum I can get with anti-torp 5. But that's also very heavy. That's why I typically keep to anti-torp 3, because anything else just adds so much weight. What's the turning distance here? That's not... I was expecting like 1200 meters or something. But I guess it's down to the turbo electrics, making it kind of maneuverable. Because they do that too, right? Yeah, rudder shift speed, turning rate. Right. Save. Excellent. Now the Heze class can take 23 months to build. That's not too bad. 30 for the Haicheng class, the big ones. These guys, I want maybe only 6 of them. Well, I say only, that's actually a lot of battlecruisers, but they are on the small side and they are affordable. And that leaves me with less than expected in terms of free capacity. But I guess I am building a lot of stuff, including 8 more battleships. No, wait. Not 8 more. I'm building 6 of the tiny battleships. And I'm building 2 of these weird torpedo battleships. And I'm building 1 of the Chow Long Claws. Kind of big battleships. So yeah, I'm building 9 battleships, in fact. And also a lot of these light cruisers, but... oh, well, whatever. If I... let's say we're only building 4 of these new battlecruisers, okay? I really don't... like, these two, I'm very skeptical of how good they're actually gonna be. They're probably not gonna be very good, but they are funny, so I'm building them. Now, we do have some weight, some capacity, some free capacity is what I was trying to say, to build at least one of the Haichengs. And I think as a suitable ship to be a one-off. Right? Yes. I can build 1 more in a couple months, I guess. Once capacity frees up. And I'm also repairing some stuff, right? Yes. 1 Timu. A couple of heavy cruisers. Okay, I'm not repairing that much. Okay. Now, that's a lot of building and yapping. Let's find some battles. And battles have been found. Lots of them. Okay, Admirals replaced. We are striking. North Borneo still in my hands. Okay, 1 Valmy class heavy cruiser. It's not much of a battle, but we're still gonna do it. Oh, it's actually a strike mission too, so we're gonna damage an enemy port. Nice. Alright, okay, we're within spotting distance already. I'm just gonna send my DDs home, turn their torpedoes off, so we don't have any accidents. Cruisers just go this way, you go that way, you join those. How far away are we? Not very, I think. Can't even see the heavy cruiser. There's the heavy cruiser. Battleships, you have a target. Cruisers. You're just gonna target one each. Like so. Got plenty of ammo. Your torpedoes are also turning off. Tonnant. You do have some armor. Let's force AP. Back to auto. I think it's pretty much gone. It already fired a couple of rounds of AP going through the armor. Its tower is gone. It's now close enough that HE will penetrate. Let's just pick out some different ones. Accelerate the time again. And sink the transports. Really shouldn't take long. I don't think it will. Yeah, one left. And blammo. Nice. Not a scratch taken, as you would expect. And how much port damage did we do? We're gonna find out. Decent amount of port damage. One Vicksburg class light cruiser against 4 Sheehan class heavy cruisers. Battleships, I mean, excuse me. But I do have some heavy cruisers, and I think they're the ones that will do the work here. Okay, and we're just gonna use these 3 heavy cruisers. They got plenty of firepower to deal with a Vicksburg class light cruiser. That's no problem. And all your guns are off. Yes. I don't want you wasting any ammo. And everyone else is going home. You're not really needed. And yes, I know the battleships would very quickly knock that light cruiser out of existence. But when I got faster heavies that can get there sooner, I think that's a better idea. Luckily it's smoking up, so I can use the times 30 game speed at least a little bit. We got 8-inch guns, lots of them. There we go, getting the first flooding hits. We should be getting close enough now that my guns can start loading HE, which will pen a Vicksburg class. There we go. Nice. Because I think the Americans and other nations have some pretty big task forces heading for us, so it's nice to conserve ammo and wait for them to arrive. Like this one. Now, unfortunately, what we have here is a bunch of Timus and the Victoria, not the Sheehan class battleships, which would be probably better suited for this fight. Delaware class. Okay. Yeah, no, maybe. I think we're okay. They got 2 heavy cruisers, 2 Seattles, and a battlecruiser. I think we can manage. Again, depending on how much ammo we have. They have quite a few DDs, of course, like they always do. And it's another, it's not a night battle yet. No, yeah, west. So the sun is setting. And it's gonna be night soon-ish. Let's see. DDs, 5 of them. Nice. And again, a bunch of heavy cruisers of different classes. So they have to be like organized. Let's see, you are a slow heavy cruiser. You're joining up with these ones, these 4. You're a fast one. You're joining up with these 2 fast ones, and you're also joining up with those. Okay. I got everything organized now, I think. We're gonna do the standard thing. Now, sadly, again, we are a little bit low on ammo. This task force has seen battle many months in a row. The game has decided that this is the force that will see action. Like serious action, not just pummeling a single heavy cruiser or something. But that's fine. We can take on the enemy. I think if I let's see, you guys have some serious gun range, don't you? Yes. So your guns are getting turned off. How about you? Your guns are also getting turned off. And I will just have to remember to turn them on again once we are within effective firing range. Maybe this cruiser could have been better utilized spotting. But I don't really want to open fire at long range anyway. Yeah, still daytime. I can see the radar returns. My DDs are getting spotted. by their light cruiser, which I cannot see. Maybe it would have been a good idea to have this guy act as a scout. That's possibly a little too late now. And I'm getting spotted through my smoke screen, which I cannot see through myself. There we go. That's the Reliance. Now, will it remain visible for long enough to launch my torpedoes? No. It will not. Okay, you're getting closer, right? And guns off. Come on, show me the target. There it is. Now, can you launch without switching targets with your torpedoes? Or is this gonna... Nope. I just need to get something closer and start spotting, because my DDs can't see anything. Now they can see. Did you already launch at something? Some of you did. There we go. Torps outbound towards their proper targets. Everyone has launched? Yes. Everyone is launched. Now you can start gunning. Will they hit anything though? That's another question. So yeah, that was my bad with not utilizing my light cruiser to spot. At least I think my DDs will get away. Maybe not this one. And my torpedoes will probably not hit anything. I don't think they did. I was under the impression that the battlecruiser was in the middle of the enemy formation, but it wasn't. Let's start targeting things. Not really within comfortable range. Yeah, I lost one DD. these four are in decent shape. Oh, are you launching torpedoes? Forgot to turn the torps off. How many do you have left now? 5. 5. That's freaking annoying. Okay, battleship secondaries. Okay, one of you is using your main guns to target ADD. I don't want you to do that. You can use their secondaries. Cruisers. Now it's about time for you to start opening up with your guns. Right? Yes. Like so, and normal. Bring these DDs back. And they're gonna start approaching that battlecruiser from behind, kind of. And now we're gonna start seeing some pretty good hits on those DDs. Might even see some torpedo hits from my own DDs that launched torpedoes. Not really that I intended, but still. I guess in the end the torpedoes I guess in the end that torpedo launch proved to be kind of useful. Seeing this light cruiser taking a lot of fire from those American DDs. As I've said a couple of times in the past, they do have some decent firepower. Oh wow. A flash fire aboard Reliance. Yeah, it's a 15-inch hit. Main deck overpen. Causing a flash fire. She's not been hit much. But one of those 3 hits did do some damage. Okay, you're going home. And the enemy DDs are being absolutely slaughtered. Let's let's select some targets here again. From the back to front. Okay, battleships are doing dumb stuff with their targeting again. Where's the battlecruiser? Oh yeah, it's invisible. That's why they're doing dumb stuff with the targeting again. So main guns on the cruisers. secondaries on the DDs. Yeah, the DD smokes is hiding the battlecruiser. Yeah, these two will not last that much longer. What a fireworks display we're seeing here. There's the enemy battlecruiser. Let's take out the two heavy cruisers first, shall we? Yeah, Los Angeles about to be blammoed. It's not gonna survive this, is it? No, it's not. All main guns on the battlecruiser. Secondaries on that DD. Actually, secondaries on Los Angeles. And then they can switch to the DD when it's actually gone. There it is. Their secondaries will switch on their own because their target is gone. I'm okay when secondaries do that. That's the behavior you would expect secondaries to have. Okay, let's bring these in. Take out the enemy DDs. And I guess you're gonna need new targets again, aren't you? I don't need all of you to target one DD. How far away are you from Reliance now? 19. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer. And I just want to make sure there are no torpedoes incoming. You have no torps. You have one torps. Yeah, your torpedoes got destroyed, not launched. That's good. As that battlecruiser just sailed out of the range. 48 kilometers. Yeah, it's just out of range. That's why my battleships are not firing. Well, it's not as if I can catch up to a battlecruiser with Timu class battleships. But I can maybe chase that battlecruiser closer to my battleships using the DDs. Just kind of herd it into range. It's now evening, as was foretold by the Oracle. upon reading the portents of the setting sun. Battleship's not quite in range yet, but I think if I can move my DDs around it like this, because it is currently trying to get away from my DDs. If I can make it try to get away from my DDs towards my battleships, that would be the thing. Yeah, we're causing some fire or damaging towers. Killing off crew. I'm just gonna let the secondaries pepper it. How far away are we now? Probably even further, yes. But it is getting closer. Plan is working. I love it when the plan works, even if it's working kind of slowly. Only 5 torpedoes per DD. And these heavy cruisers are just about running out of ammo. How about these? They are completely out. I'm just gonna send them home. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. If I can get a little bit closer, I will try to launch torpedoes. Let's see, battleships 50 kilometers away, so a little bit closer than they were. Okay, it's taking a little while. I'm gonna accelerate time. .48 kilometers, 47.9.8. Yep. It is working. DDs are out of rounds for the 5-inch guns. But they're doing a very good job, as you can see. Okay, now let's see if we can nail it with a couple of fish. Would be nice if we could do that. I'm just smoking up because I'm close enough now that I could be taking hits. Did you take a torpedo? No, you didn't. But you're about to take some hits from battleship guns. DDs, you've done your job. Excellent service. Yes, limited ammo remaining, but now it's close enough that the rounds I have left will at least probably score a couple of hits. And they are. Not terribly accurate, but again, it is evening. Yeah, it's only minus 11 from evening time. Well, I do have radar, so that is kind of expected. And the main issue is just basically that the Timus are not that accurate. Lots of firepower crammed onto a tiny hull. And there goes the Reliance. Nice. Yeah. Good job with the DDs, I think. Just herding it back towards my battleships. Did lose one DD. Basically my own fault for not using the light cruiser to spot the enemies. So they had to stick around longer than necessary. But nice. A win is a win. That was a pretty good win too. Here we go. Purification class heavy cruiser. Okay, I got one of those. Don't I? No, I don't. It's just that one of the heavy cruisers I do have is called Purification. One of the ones I got from Spain in the previous war. But no, it was a different class. 4 single 10.1 inch guns. We got the Yangzhou and a bunch of DDs. I don't think I will need the DDs. I think Yangzhou can deal with this herself. We are a bit long in terms of recorded time. That's a huge heavy cruiser, by the way. 22,000 tons. But I think this will be a quick battle. So we're gonna do it before ending the episode. I'm gonna give you some bonus battle because most of the episode was taken up by shipbuilding. So since the battlecruiser arrived, I think the DDs will not be needed. We're gonna send them home. Not gonna risk losing a bunch of DDs when the battlecruiser can do the job herself. If that makes sense. I think it makes sense. I do think the Yangzhou can do it. Even though I don't know anything about these Spanish ships, because I haven't encountered them yet, but it's still a battlecruiser with plenty of ammo. Versus, well, I was about to say smaller, but it's not even that much smaller than the Yangzhou. We're talking a couple of tons lighter. Oh, a couple of thousand tons lighter, but there we go. That's what she looks like. Oh, okay. She does have armor. That's an impressive amount of armor, actually, for a heavy cruiser. Did I do an oopsie by sending these home again? How far away are you from the battle space, my dear friends? Quite far away. But you're fast enough. You can make that journey. Yangzhou can do that job, though, I think. She has enough penetration with those 12-inch guns. Did you have torpedoes too? Yeah, you do. Did the light cruiser have torpedoes? I did not check before it went invisible. Gonna drop you down to cruising speed. There we go. Light cruiser spotted. Not a bad looking boat, I would say. Single 20-inch torpedo. 4 single 6.1-inch guns. Not much armor. Okay, so the light cruiser is basically nothing to worry about. The heavy cruiser really isn't that scary either, but those 10.1-inch guns, they can hurt the Yangzhou. As you can see. We're hurting them back though. Emperador Carlos. No. Do not switch targets. We've been through this before. I gave you a target for a reason. Okay, Emperador Carlos. 17 kilometers away. At that range I can go through 12.4 inches of belt armor. You don't have that. So far so good. Taking a lot of damage, but it's not really damage that is incapacitating the Yangzhou. Well, except for that flooding hit, but we did score a flooding hit in return. And the secondaries are being effective against the light cruiser. What else does Emperador Carlos have? Super heavy shells. Triple base, TNT-3. Standard ammunition loadout. Yeah, Andalusia is probably gonna sink soon from those secondary 6-inch hits. That is quite a tough heavy cruiser we are fighting. I think single 10-inch guns probably not a bad idea for a heavy cruiser. And here come my DDs. We're gonna start peppering the Andalusia too. Okay, let's angle a little bit now, Yangzhou. A little bit closer. Yeah, I think the DDs will take care of this. That new class of cheap-ish battlecruiser we designed at the start of the episode, I think would be much better at this job with 14-inch guns. Andalusia sinks. We avoid that single torpedo. But Yangzhou has taken a lot of damage from Emperador Carlos. Down to 20 knots though, so my DDs will catch up without much issue. Yangzhou will catch up too. Yangzhou, you might consider loading HE. Just because the enemy ship is angled. What kind of pen do you even have here? I can't really go through my belts. It's just gonna be partial pens. And also, you're running out of ammo. Because you do not have increased ammo, and your 10.1-inch guns fire slower than my 12-inch guns. Fire faster, I mean. Hope you like torpedoes. Hope you like 5-inch DD gun spam. That's what you get for bothering my ports. That's a lot of torpedoes. No torpedo hits yet though, but these are probably gonna hit because they got a much better angle. And oh, rogue torpedo incoming. Not enough time for my torpedoes to hit. But yeah. DDs actually did quite a bit. First gunning down the Andalusia and then the Emperador Carlos. Yeah, those few seconds of 5-inch fire at the end did almost as much damage as all the 12-inch hits from the battlecruiser throughout the battle. Very nice. Well, quite a bit of damage taken though on my battlecruiser, but all in all, we stopped another Spanish Armada, if you can call it that. This one we're gonna do next time, way high class versus Poitet class DD. That's the very expensive one. So, yeah, goodbye and take care.